So yeah, it's been a really long time. I think I saw like 5 months since my last video was posted. Yeah, so I am here today with a glass of wine. Do some wine and dollies, my first one. I see a lot of people doing this and it seems like a lot of fun, and you know what, that's two of my favorite things. So, wine and dolls. And yeah, I was just drinking a bottle with dinner. This is what I'm drinking here. Beaujolais Village. It's like a French Pinot, kind of. Pinot Noir, basically. Yeah, I'm not impressed. I won't buy it again. But that's not going to stop me from finishing this bottle. Yeah. Anyways, I was already halfway through this bottle. Yeah, that was full at the start of the evening. So I figured now would be an excellent time to get my butt back on YouTube. And even better than my butt, my face! Sorry, yeah, I got a head start. So, where the heck have I been? Let's see, last time I posted, I was getting ready for Resin Rose, where I was vending, and I was super crazy busy getting ready for that. And that's probably why I didn't make any more videos at the time. Big scramble to get ready for that, and of course I didn't finish like half of what I had been wanting to do. But I did get a lot done. My table was full. Yeah, that went pretty well. It was a lot of fun. You know, I left with money in my pocket, so that's good. Not a ton of money, but you know, enough that it was worth doing. And it's nice and close here, so it's not like I spent any money getting to it really or anything. So, yeah. And then after that, about a month after that, maybe 5 weeks or so, there was the Pacific Northwest BJD Expo, and that one was up kind of in the Seattle area, and I live in the Portland area, so it's only like a 4-hour drive or something. So my local friend and I decided to split a table for Pacific Northwest, just because we were both pretty wiped out from getting ready for Resin Rose and didn't want to make a bunch more stuff. So we split a table, and then we only had to fill half of it, and basically didn't make anything new for that. Just put everything that didn't sell at Resin Rose on my table for Pacific Northwest. So, yeah, and that was a good show. I made a fair bit, sold a couple of dolls. Of course, then I also bought, well, no, I think I only bought one doll, but it was a spendy one. We'll get to that later. But even after, I still came out ahead pretty good, so it was definitely worth doing, and I will do it again next year. And, you know, besides just vending, that show was a lot of fun. Took a couple classes, did one on eye making. Yeah, I don't have my, oh, I've got just some loose eyes in here. This was, can't do that with glass in my hand. Doop doop doop. Yeah, I can't see that very well, but that's just some practice ones I made. Kind of my first batch of practice ones, so I need to play with that some more. But, you know, another piece of customizing that I'm pretty excited to, you know, have some clue about anyways. And, oh, I also took a hand sculpting class. Boy, I have no idea where that is. It's probably in here somewhere, but, yeah. Anyways, there was a porcelain artist at Pacific Northwest, and she did a little class on how to sculpt hands. I have pretty much no sculpting experience, but it actually went pretty well. I was really pleasantly surprised with myself. Yeah, it came out really good, and definitely kind of got me inspired to, you know, maybe try my hand at sculpting. It's not something I'd really considered before. I did attempt to sculpt, I wasn't going to say a doll, but it was really more of a statuette, many years ago, before I even discovered the dolls. And that went horrible, horrible, horrible. I had no idea what I was doing. I just, you know, bought a bunch of clay and tried to sculpt a person. And yeah, not good. Sorry if there's a lot of that noise going on. I actually have my sewing machine at my feet, which I'm using as a footrest because it's there and it's the right height. But it's kind of noisy, and I'm no good at not fidgeting, so anyways, yes, I tried sculpting many years ago. That was like, I don't know, 8-9 years ago or something, and that was so terrible that I just threw it out and said, I am never doing this again, because obviously I'm terrible. But yeah, it turns out I just didn't know what I was doing, because in the class, you know, she was given step-by-step instructions, and I was really pretty floored with how it turned out. I wish I had it sitting right here to show, but yeah, it was like, hey, okay, a little instruction, maybe I can actually do this, so certainly, you know, that would be an awesome thing to get into. I think that's, you know, probably a major goal of probably at least half the people in this hobby, if not more, is to, you know, sculpt their own doll. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I played with it a little. I've got a, I don't even want to show this guy off, but I just have a, good, you can't see him. He's wrapped in plastic. Silver was just the only color I had laying around, so. Anyways, I've been playing with that. Well, I was playing with that. That was now like 3 months ago, and there he still sits, so. I'm just, yeah, everything is like this. You know, I set it down. As long as I'm going good on it. You know, then there's a shot at finishing, but once I set something aside, it's like, fuck, it's, all bets are off. Yeah, so who knows, every video I make just might be my last video, because you never know. I'm getting off track, sorry. Maybe I need to set that aside. More dollies, less wine. Okay, so let's see, Pacific Northwest, that went well. Took the sculpting class, the eye making class, and then made some contacts. The porcelain artist I mentioned, she sent a couple of doll heads home with me for me to try painting on. I never painted on porcelain before and wasn't really sure how to go about doing that. But some research said, hey, it's basically the same as painting on resin. So she sent a couple heads back with me, and I painted their faces. And sure enough, it's pretty much just like painting on resin. It does feel a little different. You know, I just, with the brush on the porcelain, something about it just feels different. But it worked out pretty much exactly the same. So that was nice. Just to get some, to get to try it. And now I've potentially expanded my business, you know, and I put it up in my face-up listing on Etsy that I also work on porcelain, so we'll see. I don't know if nobody sent me any yet, but yeah, so I painted those two faces for her and did some custom wigs, and then sent them back to her, and she's going to be hopefully selling them off at a future show and splitting the profits with me there, so that'll be cool if that happens. Yeah, picked up a bunch of work, and I think that's all I've got to say about that show. And that's kind of the last dolly thing I've done, and that was back in May. boy, gosh, it's been a long time. I don't even remember what I've talked to you guys about. Let's see, 5 months ago. Last video, yeah, I don't think I'd gone back to my day job yet. Now, I've only gone back half-time. I feel like I talked about my plan for this, but now it's actually happened. So what's happened is I stepped down. I was running the shop, and I decided to step down and just be a florist, and I'm doing that part-time now. So, and basically just for the insurance. You know, I wish I could just do dolls full-time. Wouldn't that be amazing? But yeah, I need my health insurance, so I am working half-time in order to maintain my health insurance as a florist, and then half-time doing dolls. Yeah, but that means less time to do this because I'm back there, and that's on my feet all day. And you know, if you've never worked retail before, you just wouldn't believe how exhausting it is to just stand in one place for 8 hours a day, let me tell you. So yeah, it's cut into my doll time a lot, actually. I mean, I'm only there 20 hours a week, but it's like any day that I have there, by the time I get home, I'm just exhausted, and I don't like even want to touch the dolls or anything. So, and then I get a day off, and it's like, oh, I'm off, I need a day to rest and catch up, but then no, I'm back at work the next day. So I don't know, I need to figure out my rhythm there, because, you know, theoretically, if I'm only doing floral 20 hours a week, I should be doing dolls at least another 20 here. But I don't know, somehow it's translated into not. Yeah, so I don't know. Other than work, other than my day job, I don't think I've talked about this on here before, but I am polyamorous. I have been with my husband for 7 years, and then I also have a long-term committed boyfriend that I just celebrated 10 years with, and he is basically a vagabond. He retired super early a few years ago, and now basically just lives in his car and travels around and sees what there is to see. Plays a lot of cribbage, follows the cribbage tournaments. Yes, there is a cribbage circuit. So, yeah, so back at the end of June, we went to a big tournament down in Reno, and then in Lake Topaz. And I did bring dolls with me. I had intended to take advantage of, well, while he was in the tournaments, I plan to be taking doll photos and whatnot, and that just never happened. I got them out when I first got to the room, and I put them out on like the little dresser in the hotel room, and then I didn't touch them again like the whole time I was there. So I did try to take a few photos at Lake Topaz, but they were backlit, and it was just like this black outline of a doll in front of the beautiful lake. So yeah, that was kind of a fail. And yeah, otherwise they just didn't even do anything. Let's see, it was May, June, I don't know where June went. End of June we went to Reno, and then after that my boyfriend was here for about 5 weeks or so. Being that he travels around so much, I usually only see him for about, like 1 week out of the month. He'll come in and spend, a weekend or maybe even a week here with me. But then he'll leave again and go drive all over the country somewhere. So, and sometimes I won't even see him for 2 or 3 months at a time. So yeah, he was all the way across the country recently, and this time when he came back, our schedules just lined up right, and he was able to stay here for like 5 weeks, and that was great, except that means I pretty much didn't get like any work done. Yeah, we just sat around and played cribbage all day and drank lots of wine. Yeah, that was like all of July, pretty much, was just hanging out around the house playing cribbage. Yeah, so now I'm trying to get back into the dolls. Sent him away again a few days ago, and don't have any extended trips anywhere, not trips, visits, extended visits coming up for quite some time. So I need to focus on the dolls. So, boy, I actually did write a little list, so I knew what I needed to get caught back up on here with you guys. So, well, I'm covering some of it. I'm doing alright. Can somebody tell me about painting on vinyl or ABS? I know, I just jumped way back, but I was talking about painting on porcelain, and that went well. But I get asked fairly often if I'll paint like Dolphy Dreams or Pull-Ups, or Pull-Ups? I don't know, one of those other BJD-ish dolls that aren't resin. Anyways, I've never painted on vinyl before, or the ABS plastic. Are they even the same? Are they different? I don't even know. Yeah, and I really have no idea how that compares to painting on resin, and you know, maybe I can do it and I just don't know, and I've been turning customers away for no good reason. So yeah, if somebody can tell me something about painting on vinyl and or ABS and how that compares to resin, and you know, what I need to know before I attempt that, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Oh, so that was on my list to ask about that. So how about what I'm currently working on? Other than what? Did I talk about something else I was currently working on? Oh, other than Back to Floral, that's what I was gonna say. Doll stuff I have been working on. Been doing commissions, though not very fast. Like I said, this month I've done almost no doll work. This is one I just finished. She turned out super cute, I think. So, wait, where's the camera? This end. She is it, and she's not gonna focus. Focus, camera, please. Nope, not gonna focus. Well, she is super cute. She's a switch Haji. And yeah, someone at Pacific Northwest actually dropped this head off with me, the BJD Expo, back in May, and they dropped this head off with me, and then they were supposed to send me payment and send the head back, and they haven't done that yet. So she's like, oh, take your time, I gotta pay some bills and stuff first. So okay, fine. So she's been sitting here for like 3 months now, and I finally just finished painting her, and she emailed me the other day and was like, hey, you just want to know how it's going? And I'm like, hey, she's been done for quite some time, you just need to pay me. I haven't heard back from her, so I imagine I'll get paid eventually. I mean, I've got her head, so, but it's just kind of frustrating. Oh, save me, don't fall. I'm working on this girl here, who is some kind of fairyland mini feed. Oh, Jury, it says right inside their head. That's a Jury who has TARDIS blue lips and crazy giant poofy red hair. So yeah, that's kind of fun. This is a repeat customer. I love repeat customers. Did I knock my camera down? It looks like I'm all tilty now. Is the camera tilty or is it the wine? No idea. She's a repeat customer. I've done a couple heads for her already, and yeah, there's nothing better than repeat customers, you know. And then this gal here. This is a cedar heart Lillian. Hey, that's fun. My hand out of the way here. Wait. Yeah, there we go. Hee hee hee. Okay, sorry. Cedar heart Lillian. And this belongs to someone in my local area. And she's turning out to be a lot of fun so far, because, no, you just set her down and put her up here again. It's actually a mature sculpt. She's got some kind of wrinkles and some face shapes, and she's kind of lumpy, and she actually looks like a person, you know? And not just a real person, but a mature person, you know, supposed to be a older-ish woman. So that's super cool. I really feel like this camera is falling over. Camera falling over. Hey, alright. Next topic, I suppose, is what's going on with my dolls. I don't think I've sold anybody since we last talked, though I am planning on listing, ooh, it's getting toasty. I am planning on putting up for sale a bunch of dolls. So, oh, here's my list. I got a bunch of heads left that I had panned up for Resin Rose and Pacific Northwest, and I did sell a few of them, but I do have a few left that I am looking to sell, so I'll be making a sales video for that if you're in the market, you know, for some heads. Also, my Siamese twins are going on the market, and my big dude with a mohawk. Anyways, I got a whole list of dolls that will be outgoing soon. So, you know, keep an eye out for that video. Now that I have made this one, it is that much more likely that I will make another one soonish. We shall see. Actually, no, I really need to do that because having not done barely any work like all of last month, I need to bring some money in, so pay some bills. So yeah, watch out for a sales video coming up real soon. Oh, I did a little, here's the thing I did. This is who's this? A Pookie Feet Auntie, who does not have an open mouth. Did not have an open mouth. You'll notice now she does. At Resin Rose, Glen Darling. I think that's the name she goes by online. Glen Darling did a teeth mod panel. So I gave that a try, and obviously I haven't done her tooth part yet. I just did the mouth opening. Yeah, you can see fairly well, even though she's not in focus. So yeah, open her mouth, and I will be making a teeth plate for her. I'm painting her up, and this is kind of one of my dolls. This is one I picked up for a good deal, because, you know, I can't resist a good deal. But I modded her. I'm gonna get her cleaned up and repainted, and I'll probably just move her on again. This is Dior. I've had Dior for a long time, but Dior has never had a body. I've had this body picked out for her for a very long time. I'd been intending to get the Spirit Doll Proud body for her. Her head is Little Legend Attempts Edria, with the sleepy eyes. yeah, I've been planning on getting this body for her for forever, and I just never got around to ordering it for whatever reason, I don't know. But Spirit Doll was at Pacific Northwest, and they had this lady with it. Well, they had, you know, this lady, this is the head that came on that body. They had her with her, so then it was like, well, okay, I already know I want this body, and I can pick it up for, well, it wasn't any cheaper in person, but, you know, then there's no shipping, and, you know, shipping's not cheap. So, got her a body, finally. She has been a floating head for years. I don't even know how many years I've had her. I don't know, like 3 years or something, maybe. It's been a while. She's been a floating head for a long time. So, that is very exciting. I do want to... Oops, she's tangled in my shirt. I need to mod her boobs. They're pretty big. I mean, they're not super big, but I always intended this character to have a small chest, and when I was going to order, I would have ordered the small chest piece, but the one they had with them was not small, so I decided I couldn't resist it, and picked her up. So I thought about offering a trade for the bust size I wanted. It's actually really stable, but the table's just buried. And then I decided, why hassle with that, and I'll just sand her boobs down. You know, why not? I like modding dolls, so I might as well give that a try. Have not done a breast reduction before. So, I don't know why I didn't just start on her. For some reason I decided that my Ipple House doll would be the best place to start there. This is, well, her head is a OR doll Sway. But the body is Ipple House, an elder Ipple House Yeti. And this body is impossible to fit into clothes because the chest is so big. Even stuff that's like made for SD17, I can't get it closed over her chest. So I thought I would start on her, and of course in the black shirt you probably really can't tell anything, but I've done one breast so far. Can you tell which one? This is real. Oops. Now she's wigless. That's alright. Boobs. That's awkward. But, yeah, you can see, definitely, I've taken off a lot of breast tissue. And she's still got giant boobs. But, yeah, there you can see I took off, oh, she's super floppy too. I took off quite a bit on top here. You can see just from the side, this is, you know, how much I cut off here on the top. Give her a little more of a natural hang, and then just a lot smaller. I might want to go smaller yet. I don't know. Maybe not for this character. Maybe that's alright for her. Obviously I need to do the other boob. But yeah, for some reason I thought my Ipple House doll was a better starting place than my Spirit doll, because, you know, they're so much cheaper, right? Are they? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to start on her instead. Oh, I did also, somebody may remember, she was an amputee for like a year. One of her feet broke. She's super floppy. See, I gotta like hold her like a little baby here. I don't know which foot it was. Oh, is that foot? Well, okay, yeah, you can't see anything. The little resin hook that the S-hook hooks onto. that snapped off, and then I had no way to attach her foot, so she was just like an amputee from the knee down for like a year. I finally got around to reattaching, you know, fixing that. I just drilled a little hole, put some super glue in it, and screwed a little like a picture hanging hook into the spot. So that worked really well. So yeah, yay. Next I got in this handsome fellow. He is a Yopla Dolls Zenji. Yopla Dolls, Uplay Dolls, I don't know. Yeah, look at that nose. Love that profile. Yeah, he's super cute. Well, he was super cute. Yes, he's just a head I picked up for myself because I saw him on Instagram and loved him. Don't know what I'm going to do with him yet. I mean, obviously I'm going to paint him, but no idea what kind of body he's going to go on. I've spent entirely too long looking for a body for him, especially since I can't afford a body for him right now, so anybody else? Oh, you know, I've actually had her for a long time now. But it's been a long time since I've done a video, so you haven't seen her. This is an extremely messy Lily. She is a Haru casting Adori in, I don't know, soft brown or something like that, with an extremely messy alpaca wig. I did her face up and her wig, but it was until earlier today in a ponytail, so now it's got, you know, a big line where the rubber band was, so I need to restyle that. But I picked her up as a friend for my Ren, who's hiding behind the bottle of wine over here, and is also a mess. I'm missing a shoe. Oh my girl, what a mess. One of my local friends had her and was going to sell her off, and I'm like, oh, but she's so cute. Oops, no, she lost her other shoe. Anyways, and I had just gotten Ren, and decided that, you know, I kind of like this YoSD size. So I picked up the Adori from my local friend, to be Ren's friend. So this is Lily and Ren, who you already met. Although I did a box opening video for her and then probably have never shown her again, and she's super messy, but I did get her face repainted. I repainted her face, and I made her these clothes, and she's got some cute little sweaters and stuff, but I did not make Lily's clothes. But aren't they cute? She's so cute. So cute, so cute. And these are the two that I took with me to Reno and Topaz and then never photographed. But, I think, man, I'll just pile everybody up somewhere. I'm sure I say this every time I come back and make a video after having not for several months, but hopefully, now that I made another video, I will be back into it and make some more videos. So, you know, don't hold your breath. Yeah, just don't hold your breath. I will be making a sales video very soon. I really should have done that already, but, you know, it's just a pain to get all the details together and, you know, research on what I should be charging and get everybody cleaned and together and shipping, and it's just a hassle. It's just a hassle, and I'm too lazy. So, anyways, thanks for listening to me babble at great length. Definitely gonna have to cut a fair bit out of this video, I think. We'll see what the final length is, but right now I'm looking at about, 40 minutes that I have been babbling at my camera. Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to watch that, so. Anyways, thank you very much for sticking around if you actually made it through this whole video. And hopefully I'll be seeing you soon. I'm terrible about being active here on YouTube, but I'm fairly active on Instagram. You know, if you're interested in what I'm actually doing more often than twice a year, then follow me on Instagram. My name is Angsty Penguin, which I think that's my channel name too, so you can see how it's spelled there. Yeah, I post there fairly regularly, so yeah, if you want to know what I'm up to, go follow that. Although that is not just dolls, fair warning. I post a lot of doll stuff, but also a lot of hair photos. I've also been through like 3 hair colors since my last video. And travel photos, and cat photos, lots of cat photos, boyfriend photos, yeah, all sorts of stuff. So, you know, follow that if you're interested in the dolls, but fair warning, I do post a lot of other stuff there too, so. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and, yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.